Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to delve into some essential English phrases that will help you improve your language skills. So, let's get started. Our first phrase is lay down the law. This expression means to assert or enforce rules or regulations in a strict or authoritative manner. When someone lays down the law, they're making it clear what's expected, allowed, or not acceptable, often in a firm or authoritative way. For example, my parents always laid down the law when it came to curfew, and I had to be home by 10 p.m. on school nights. Our second phrase is shut down or shut down. This can mean to close or cause a business, factory, or machine to stop operating. They were forced to shut down the store. The computer suddenly shut down. Alright, now let's move on to our third phrase. Next up, we have set boundaries. This expression means to define and establish limits, rules, or guidelines to govern behavior and interactions in various situations. In their relationship, they decided to set boundaries to ensure both partners had the space they needed for personal growth. It's important to set boundaries with coworkers to maintain a healthy work-life balance. Now, let's explore our fourth phrase. Phrase number 4 is you just need to. This is a reassuring way of giving advice or instructions, suggesting that a task is manageable if you follow the guidance. To bake a delicious cake, you just need to follow the recipe step by step. If you're feeling stressed, you just need to take a few deep breaths and relax. Now, let's move on to our final phrase. Lastly, we have time zone. A time zone is a region of the Earth that has the same standard time. For example, when we flew west, we landed in a different time zone. Now that we've covered these phrases, let's continue with the main content of today's Power English. But before we do that, I want to let you know that after our explanations, we'll seamlessly transition into the original Ebs Power English show recordings. So, stay tuned for an enriching language experience.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Joe.
I am Cameron Word.
We're so happy to have you. And we are going to talk about the life of a digital nomad.
Yes.
And I think I've asked you this before, but would you consider yourself ever being a digital nomad? Are you happy being here?
I don't know if I would go to another country.
Yeah.
But I would kind of like the ability to just work from wherever.
Yes.
If I just had a computer and I could work.
Yes.
That is something that would be, I don't know, I think I would like it.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of feel, because my life, and I think a lot of your life already, we have a house here, but we're always going to other studios.
Right.
And it's almost like we're nomads with our work schedule anyway.
We're like domestic nomads.
Domestic nomads.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Because we don't work for one place. Like with me, my voice acting, Seoul, I go to different studios all throughout Seoul.
Yeah.
So I'm like just moving around all the time.
Yeah, it doesn't feel, I don't have that one office that I always go to.
That's right. Okay. You have to set boundaries.
Yes.
Is our subtitle. If you set boundaries, what are you doing?
You are putting limits on things that you will accept.
Okay.
It's often with people.
Yeah.
Saying I will allow this, but I won't allow this.
Yeah. This is a real hot word, an expression that is being used amongst therapists and people in general. All right, let's look at some other expressions. If you lay down the law.
It means that you are going to be very strict on something.
Okay.
There are rules and we're going to keep these rules.
Okay. Shut down something.
To shut down is to turn off the power or make something stop.
Stop. Okay. Let's go ahead and listen to our power dialogue.
You look tired, Gloria. Is everything okay?
Yeah, but I just got a new client in California, and they always want to have late-night calls in this time zone.
You just need to lay down the law and tell them when you aren't available.
I can tell them that I shut down my computer at 9 p.m. and that I'll answer any questions in the morning.
Exactly. You have to set boundaries if you want to live as a digital nomad.
I'll send them an email right now.
Okay, so here we go. Felix says, "You look tired, Gloria. Is everything okay?"
What a way to start a conversation.
I know, but amongst friends, I think close friends, like if they're really looking kind of tired and fatigued, you could say it.
I don't want to hear that.
But I would never say that to you.
I
did say that to you once because your eyes were incredibly, like, droopy. Like, it was like... And so I was like, are you tired? Your eyes are...
To be honest, I think now that I'm getting a little older, I mean, I'm in my 30s, so
right.
Your face changes over time.
It does.
And a lot of times people think I look tired when I'm not.
You're not. Oh.
Like, I feel like I have plenty of energy, and everyone's like,
Are you
okay? Are you sick? Are you tired?
All right.
Anyway.
So Gloria says, yeah, but I just got a new client in California, and they always want to have late night calls in this time zone. Okay, so if you live the life of a digital nomad,
yes,
you're dealing with time zones. Like you have a client, you're in Korea, but you have a client in America or Europe, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to, speak really early in the morning or late at night. What is a time zone?
A time zone is one of the slices of the earth that has the same time.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful with this because in Korean, the word is 시간대.
Yeah.
But that has more meanings in Korean than time zone does in English.
Yes.
Time zone in English is only talking about the official times that split up the earth.
That's right.
So Korea has one, and then America has like 6 or 7.
Yes, they've got Pacific.
They have Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific, Alaska, Hawaii, and then if you don't count like Guam and all of our other territories.
Impressive.
Yeah, but there are the official times that are splitting up the earth are called time zones.
Yeah, so when you're traveling, everyone, and you're maybe, I don't know, I mean, you could be speaking to someone who's a native speaker. I'm traveling, and what is their time zone, you could say? Or what is your time zone? What is the time difference between our zones, time zones?
Yeah.
Like, this is how you could use that expression. Felix says what?
You just need to lay down the law and tell them when you aren't available.
Okay. You just need to is our power pattern.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we know you need to do this. You're suggesting.
Yeah.
Advising strongly. You need to do it.
Yes.
But the word just adds a little bit something.
Yeah.
What is it doing?
Just here is only.
Only.
Simply do this.
Yeah.
This is all you have to do.
That's right.
Right? You just need to.
Yeah. You just need to means you don't need to do a lot. Just one thing.
One thing will solve all your problems.
What do they have to do?
Lay down the law.
Okay. Are you what, do you work in the Supreme Court?
I'm a sheriff and I'm laying down the law.
Yeah. What is this? Why is it lay down the law?
Right. So there are 2 very closely related meanings to this. Lay down the law means I'm going to tell you the rules and we are going to follow them.
I see.
Right? These are the rules. This is what we're going to do. So in this case, he's saying, Gloria, you need to tell them. It's far too late. You just need to be very upfront about it. You need to be very clear, hey, I cannot work during these times.
That's right. Okay.
Another kind of related meaning is you are going to punish someone by the law.
Oh.
Like say you have children that are really crazy.
Yeah.
If a parent goes in and lays down the law.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to stop running around. We're going to stop yelling. You're going to sit at your desk and do your homework.
Yeah, it's kind of like the father coming in and laying down the law. Okay, no cell phones after 10. I'm collecting all your phones.
Yeah.
It's becoming very strict, and this is how it's going to be done.
Yeah, there's no sweetness in it.
No.
So, yeah.
Very clear and very strict. And Gloria says, I can tell them that I shut down my computer at 9 p.m. and that I'll answer any questions in the morning. So if you shut down your computer, that's kind of literal translation here.
Yes.
Yeah.
To shut down your computer, it's to turn off your computer.
Yeah.
I would say that shut down feels like heavy machinery.
Yeah.
So you would not say shut down your cell phone. It's too light. You would say turn off your cell phone.
Right.
But computers used to be really big.
Yeah.
They're really small now. And so then you would say shut down your computer, especially if it's like a desktop.
Yeah.
If it's a laptop, it might feel a little weird to say shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think another meaning here is when you say the word shut down, it's almost like you're closed.
Yeah, you can shut down a store.
You can shut down a
You're
store,
closing-
shut down the business,
Yeah.
right? We have those meanings. So when you're saying shut down the computer, it's almost as if it's like final.
Yeah. Boom.
Boom.
Done. There is no
Done.
changing it.
Okay.
This is over.
Yeah. Shut down all electronics, maybe the dad or mom says.
Yes.
Meaning, well, it could be the electronics could be kind of light or not that heavy, but it's more about like, I don't want anything.
Yeah. Stop it.
Off.
All of it's off.
That's it. What does Felix say?
Exactly. You have to set boundaries if you want to live as a digital nomad.
Okay. So this expression, set boundaries, is like used left and right in the States
it is.
now.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
It means that you have limits and you will not let people go over those limits.
Yeah.
So this is a time limit, essentially.
Right.
So she's setting boundaries with her time. But you could set boundaries with what type of relationship.
Yeah.
Like, don't ask me personal questions.
Yeah.
I've set a boundary, and
Right.
I don't want you asking me about my personal life.
Right. So it's a little direct, actually.
Oh, yeah.
If you're setting boundaries in your relationships, it's saying especially for people who cannot say no, psychologists are often saying you should set boundaries.
Yeah.
Like you should start saying no.
Yeah.
That's kind of setting a boundary.
It's true. Where and when you will say no,
Yeah.
that's your boundary.
That's it. Okay. Let's go ahead and listen to that dialogue.
You look tired, Gloria. Is everything okay?
Yeah, but I just got a new client in California, and they always want to have late night calls in this time zone.
You just need to lay down the law and tell them when you aren't available.
I can tell them that I shut down my computer at 9 p.m. and that I'll answer any questions in the morning.
Exactly. You have to set boundaries if you want to live as a digital nomad.
I'll send them an email right now.
Here we go. It's time for Power Note. If you lay down the law, it means to say something very clearly and very kind of strictly. Okay? Billy won't listen to anything I say. He is such a disrespectful child.
You need to lay down the law with him.
So this expression is often used with children and parents. Like, you need to lay down the law.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, you need to be more strict. You need to, like, put restrictions. Make rules.
Yes.
Okay. We had to lay down the law with our employees when it came to eating at their desks. What does this mean?
This means, so the employees were eating at their desks, and apparently the people in charge, the managers, didn't like that. They didn't think it was professional. So they basically said, okay, no more eating at your desks.
Yeah.
If you're going to eat, go to the break room and eat.
Yeah.
You're not going in saying, hi guys, we were just wondering if maybe you could like not eat at your desk. It's a little disrespectful to people. They're not saying that, no. When you say lay down the law, you're being quite direct and almost rude, but because you have like authority, you know, it's just kind of just considered strict.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
So there is no room for saying it in a nice way. It is just very clear
Yeah.
and as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you use this expression, lay down the law, with things like policemen or judges in a court system? Because they are related to the law.
No, I don't think so.
Right?
Yeah, because they are part of the law. So what they do is already part of the law.
Right.
So that's the interesting thing about this expression, is that it's the everyday people who are using this in a way that they're kind of like putting down a law, but not really officially.
Yes.
Yeah?
It's not real laws. So that's why you wouldn't use it with the police went in and
lay down the
law.
No, it's already there.
Yeah.
The law is already there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good question. Shut down something means to turn off the power to a machine.
Yes.
Or just like close something. The pressing machine is overheating.
Shut it down and let it cool off.
Okay. All right, we shut down the printing press when we got new information about a story. So in these both cases, it is the act of turning off the power.
Yes, and they're big things.
They're big things, like you said earlier.
Like if I think shut down, I very much think I'm going to hear that sound, the shutting down sound.
Yeah.
If the machine can make that sound, then it's probably shut down.
Yeah.
However, there is another meaning to this expression, which means stop something entirely.
Oh, yes.
So let's say you and your friend are in your house. You're young.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad are trying to go to bed.
Oh, going to bed.
But you are being really loud in your bedroom. Then your dad walks in. Hey, shut it down. Go to bed.
Yeah.
You're not actually talking about a machine that you're turning off.
Yeah.
He's basically saying, be quiet.
That's right.
Stop making noise.
Right.
So any actions that you don't like, that you want the action to stop immediately, you could be like, hey, shut it down. I don't want to see that anymore. I don't want to hear that anymore.
Wow, you make a very impressive dad.
I practice with my dog, Simba. He barks at the pedaladoshi.
Yeah,
So I say, hey, Simba, shut it down. Go to your house.
So that's interesting because Korean people know shut up or be quiet. But you can actually say it to just stop all action.
Yeah, shut up or be quiet is noise related.
Yes.
Shut down is noise, but also activity. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. So shut it down.
Shut it down. Stop.
Yeah, sometimes my son likes to cook at 11:30 at night. He wants to. And I'm like, I'm not cooking. So he's like, making, shut it down right now. I need to go to bed.
Eat it raw.
Very good. All right. Set boundaries is to say, okay, what is okay or not okay in a situation? Usually saying no to certain things.
Yes.
Okay. John is always saying inappropriate things around my kids.
You need to set boundaries with him so he understands what makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah. If someone says things that they shouldn't say, if you're setting boundaries, you're saying, hey, I don't want you to say those things in front of my kids. That's like setting a boundary. Another one. I have a hard time setting boundaries in my personal relationships. Okay? So, in this case, it's like, oh, it's hard for me to say no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it's hard for me to speak directly about how I feel.
Yes. Or let's say, from an American perspective, boundaries with your parents.
Yeah.
I feel is like something a lot of people think about.
Oh.
Which culturally, the boundary is different in America than it is with Korea.
Yeah.
But your parents, let's say I'm in my 30s, I have a house.
Yeah.
If my parents came to my house, went inside my house without me there, that would be crossing a boundary.
Oh.
So setting the boundary, Mom, Dad, you don't come to my house when I'm not there. That type of, or, anything with family, you can be setting boundaries with friends or bosses.
Right. I think in Korean culture, like, there are no boundaries between parents and children.
Sometimes it feels like
Even if the child is 40 years old, there are no boundaries. So this could be a kind of a new thing for Korean people to understand. Okay, but good expression. You just need to is just like, the only thing you need to do is this. You just need to train a little harder.
You just need to leave earlier when the traffic is bad.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
All you have to do.
All right, do check out the vocab time zone on page 138, and let's thank our sponsor.
한국토익위원회에서 취업과 승진을 위한